So begins the next nightmarish battle. I did these doors about 4 years ago, and somebody else did this here quarter panel on this poor car, 66 Galaxie, and I have no idea what they were doing, but looks like they hacked it in pretty good, so I get to undo it all. Why do people do this stuff? Did this guy just think he was gonna cover all this with mud and forget about it, or what about inside the gas tank? He was just going to prime over that. So this is a video on what not to do. So time to tear it apart. She's pretty rotten everywhere. Where do you even start on something like this? The guy, he didn't cut nothing out. He just layered all the shit together, riveted it in. Look at all these rivets everywhere. What a mess. So time to save another one. I just don't know what this guy was thinking. Look at that gap. Seam sealer will seal that no problem. Wow. Well, we're getting into her, and I'm still totally blown away by what the hell this guy was thinking or doing, but he had many mistakes happening. Like, this was overlapped, so I don't know how he'd ever get his body line on the door to match. And how about all that lovely bare metal there? Wow. Of course, there's Bondo holding this part together. This part was finished, I guess, to him. Over here, the tire will never clear.
Chew on that, you pile of crap!
So let's tear a little deeper into her and see what kind of jokes are inside. Okay, I definitely think we're all a little confused here, but this is what the guy covered up and considered done, so don't do this shit at home. This is good to go down here, eh? So, nothing like sealing her all up and then failing an inspection. This is all the old quarter still. Didn't even cut it off. Here's the piece missing. And here's a piece of ducting or something riveted in to make a pretend trunk extension. Good to go, guys. Wow. I wonder why he didn't finish it. Well, time to rip his tire off and get serious. Anyone who's ever had to deal with rust repair before in the past knows that you have to cut well past all this shit and far into the solid metal before you can weld again, so I have no idea what this guy was thinking. There, and after a few minutes of easy labor, we have it all cleaned up and a patch ready to go in, and time to forget about it. I don't know what some people are thinking. Moving along deeper into the hack job, we got a piece of flashing or something crudely bent to shape and riveted in, roughly, kind of, sort of. And yeah, that's it. So the new trunk pan is on the way, new quarters are on the way, new trunk extensions on the way, and this shit is out of here. Wow. Good job. So this is what you don't do. Of course, you gotta love all these rivet tails just hanging out. So there's the old trunk floor, complete with all its rust holes, and they just slap that shit right over top. So wow, time to do some hacking of our own. Check it out. Look at that, show quality workmanship. Holy shit, can you imagine paying somebody to do something for you and you find out this is what it looks like? What would you do? Well, what do you think's hiding under here? More rust. This was the way it was good to go. Well, we got the trunk rivets out, and any guess what's underneath this pan here? Here's a teaser. How about under these plates here? What do you think's under there? Any guesses? These first videos are definitely a how-to on what not to do, and after that we may have some positive how-tos, so hang in there till we get through all this shit first. The suspense is building. There could be anything under this plate. Oh, that was definitely worth riveting a plate over. How about this one?
Damn, you suck.
Wow, that was definitely worth hiding. There, that took about 5 minutes to cut out, and it might take maybe 10 minutes to make a patch up, maybe another 10 minutes to weld it in, and 5 minutes to grind it, and I guess that's a lot of time, eh? Well, I definitely think that's enough for the first half of day one, so there's the patch ready to finish tomorrow, and I don't know why people do what they do. So stay tuned, and we'll see this thing come together real quick now. Remember, with rusty junk, it's better to go farther. So sheet metal's cheap, and the frustration of welding to rotten sheet metal is not cheap. So let's cut her out. Normally I'm kind of against overlapping stuff, but this stuff is so thin, and I guess it's only in the trunk, so as long as you seal it right and do it proper, it's not too bad. Well, this car was so butchered that I had to cut almost right up to the top here to alleviate all the shit the guy left, so I usually don't like overlapping stuff, but this time it's like just over a 16th, and he left such a mess there's not much I can do. But it's still butt welded as much as possible. The key to having a quality add-on repair like this is to have a super tight seam and to skip around like a 6-year-old schoolgirl when you're welding it, so it'll turn out good if you do it that way. Well, she's all cleaned up and laying flat again, almost ready to weld in, but gotta wait for the trunk extensions first and gotta finish the wheel well first. But this goof actually had the thing this far out, damn near an inch, so I wish I could have seen this car after he finished it. Super sanding action. Come on.